The following program is brought to you by Naleo TV, the people's platform.
Aloha! Welcome to it. It is episode number 78 of Coulda, Shoulda, Woulda. J.E. Orozco, I be he.
John Henricks.
And
Wow.
here we are, man. The playoffs. We've been waiting for them, boy. Back in August, making all of our predictions, who's going to look good.
Yeah.
And the perennial names were always there, right?
Yeah.
The Ravens, the Chiefs.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those names that you're synonymous with the playoffs.
Yeah.
Not so much this year.
Cowboy. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, it felt like just like yesterday, we were having these talks
Right,
about what
right.
our predilections, if you will, our preferences coming in, new coaches, new players, and look, here we are now, week 19, so to speak, all 18 weeks under our belt, 17 games for all these teams, crazy, and here we are, and
Wonderful season, a chaotic season. Would you say that? If there's one word for the season?
thank you for bringing that up because I think only one of those people that actually like wins when the NCAA brackets that knows nothing about basketball could have predicted this thing right here. No chance. So chaos, fair enough. Unpredictable, absolutely. As to where we are now and then going forward, we shall see.
Well, here we go, Wade. We've got the 6 games set up, though.
Wild card weekend.
Wild card.
My favorite weekend of sports. Not all great games.
Come on, let's give us at least a chance. You never know what can happen. Just get us in the tournament.
3 days of football. Point that out, too. We got a Monday night game coming up, too, as well as
Right.
part of this. So
Right.
3 big days of football. Get your popcorn ready, as Terrell said. Buckle in. It's wild card weekend.
Well, let's hop into it. As Saturday, 11:30 Hawaii time, we'll have the Rams traveling to Carolina.
The Dave Canales Panthers, you mean, beat the Los Angeles Rams. So
Right.
perhaps a precursor of things to come. They've got good memories.
It's not going to surprise them by any shape, form, or fashion there. And I'll just say it off the. I was a big Carolina fan. Yeah.
Where he was?
Well, I mean, I've seen them play.
You're tired of it.
As we've gone through the course of the season, they had to win. They couldn't win. They had to depend on Atlanta defeating the Saints to win the South Division. Okay?
Yeah. Counting on another team to get you into the playoffs.
Back into the playoff.
Backing in. Good call. And they could have sealed it up to the win against the Seahawks.
Right.
That's a lot to ask. We're going to give them we're going to give the Panthers a pass on that. But beating the Buccaneers, I'm not giving them a pass on that. And then hoping the Falcons, they're there. They're there.
I'm sorry, the Rams, they got a good defense. They got a good offense. And I say offense when you add Devontae back into the mix. That is big. They've been holding him out, boy.
The hamstring. That's why. It's the hamstring. The lingering
It
hamstring.
has like 4 weeks now that he's been off. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're saving him for crunch time, and this is crunch time. So
And he matters. He matters a lot. They meaning the Rams, didn't have him in that big matchup against the Seahawks that turned the whole season for the NFC upside down and
Puka
leads us
can
to
only
where
do
we are
so
now.
much.
And he did a lot.
Yeah.
He did a lot. But imagine with Devontae, it doesn't matter. He wasn't there. They did what they could. They lost that. The Rams lost that game, so they end up where they are right now because of that game against the Seahawks.
And the fact of the matter is, because of losing Devontae, the tight ends have moved up in the hierarchy, boy. They're getting a lot more passes thrown to them down the hash marks and such.
There are silver linings to losing a premier player, as long as you get them back eventually. There's no silver lining to losing Micah Parsons.
I'm going with the Rams on that one.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah.
Against your Dave Canales Panthers?
Next year will be better, okay? But that's who I'm going with, the Rams over Carolina. What about you?
It shouldn't be close. The Rams should dominate them, especially what we've seen recently. Bryce Young cannot throw the ball down the field at all. I mean, even with McMillan out there, it's just he just can't put the ball in the air. And when, as a defense, when you know that, and it's not like the Rams are one of these teams that relies solely on outscoring you. I mean, they've had matchups like that against the Seahawks too, where they came up short with the least deserved 2-point conversion ever. The Rams have a really solid defense. So what are the Panthers with Bryce Young going to do against that defense? Not much.
Not a whole lot.
And you're getting Devontae Adams back. good enough for me. If I'm the Rams, all I'm thinking is, and maybe you shouldn't think too far ahead, is get out of this game healthy. I mean, really, that's it.
That would be the quote for all the teams. They just want to move onward and not lose any key players.
I really felt like that was what Week 18 was about for a lot of teams. I saw some coaches make decisions where, you know what, we might be the 16th instead of the 5th seed, which means we're probably facing a different team. We're still not playing guys. Nick Sirianni made that decision. You know, we're not playing guys.
Yeah, even though we could have moved
Sure,
up. Yeah.
but I get it, because you know what matters more? Being healthy. So for the Rams, it's win this game any way, shape, or form. But more important, doesn't matter how you win, come out with the full complement of your players. Don't have anybody go down in this game.
I don't think they're going to have much of a problem with
Figure out how to
Carolina.
win but not get hurt, and that's your game plan.
Carolina averaging 16 points over its last 4 games.
Amazing. I hadn't seen those 16 points. I don't even know how that's possible. They must have had an uptick in one of the games. So, yeah, Rams win big, come out healthy, be prepared to take on somebody much better in the second round, the divisional round.
So both of us going with the Rams there. All right, then the following game in the afternoon here, Hawaii time, Green Bay, third time's a charm against Chicago.
Have we seen this enough already, Green Bay against Chicago? I don't know. I mean, I'm not excited about this game in a weird way. I should be more excited because the familiarity, the fact that, you know, I think they split the series this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Love didn't play this second game. He had that concussion he was dealing with.
Yeah, that is correct. And I thought this is Malik Willis's time to shine, and he had that game, and it was taken away from him. Romeo Doubs couldn't pick up the old onside kick, and then the Bears magically won. So that should make it interesting. This one, I really have a hard time seeing a pathway for how somebody wins this game and who it is. Does it help that it's in Chicago? I don't think it helps that much.
I lean on that at home.
All right.
3 points for sure, and just the crowd itself, okay?
That whole thing, 3 points you get just for being at home, that's a Vegas thing. It's not a real thing. You don't really get 3 points, do you?
But it's one where you're
it's
looking for
almost.
them. Yeah.
Historically. Yeah. But, I mean, weather-wise, it doesn't matter. They basically play in the same atmosphere outdoors.
Right.
So you're getting nothing there. Yeah. Health-wise.
Very familiar with each other, that's for sure.
I'm concerned for Green Bay. They're banged up. They remind me a lot of San Francisco, where there's still a lot to like there, and they can rise up and have moments. But they're so banged up. I think they're more banged up than Chicago, who has some secondary issues, which would bode well for Jordan Love. Weather will be a factor, whether it's going to be a passing game or a running game. So obviously Josh Jacobs' effectiveness and his health.
I'm looking at Chicago all the way. I think that
you got no problem.
Offensive line
it's clean for you.
Has done well.
Yeah.
They're going to give him a lot of time back there. Okay. No Micah running around back there.
No chance for Micah to come do anything.
That defense is not what it was 5 games ago when Micah was still there. Okay. Even with him not producing the numbers, that we're used to seeing, you still had to plan for him. Now you don't. So I'm going with Chicago in a big way.
And to your point, Green Bay hasn't won a game in like a million years. Whether those games mattered or not and would have changed their seeding is irrelevant. They have not won a game in a long time. They haven't played a meaningful game in a long time. You know, it's hard to pick a first-year coach over a seasoned coach. But how good has Matt LaFleur been in the playoffs, even with Aaron Rodgers? Well, obviously, pre-Jordan Love. Not that great when they had advantages in the playoffs. So it's not like you can look at Matt LaFleur and go, ooh, seasoned veteran coach.
He knows what he's
with
doing
a lot
there.
of playoff success. Not really. I'm going to go with the Bears, too. I just feel like that tough loss to the Broncos that the Packers took when they lost Micah as long as the game, it's changed a lot for them, and it's really changed their fortune, so to speak, and their trajectory. I don't know that they can just turn it around on Wild Card Weekend on the road against a tough Chicago team. Granted, coming in, losing to the Lions. Understood. They didn't look great.
Right.
Caleb picked it up at the end, so it's not like he had a terrible game. They had a chance to win. They didn't. I'm going to go with the home team. That, again, going with that O-line for Chicago, running the ball against a battered, depleted Packers team. Defense and running wins games
Chicago
this time of year.
Leads the league in turnovers. They
Forced.
They get a lot of interceptions, a lot of fumbles.
Okay, I'm going to go with you on this one. We're going to be simpatico thus far. We got the Bears and the Rams.
They win the North. after only winning 5 games in 2024, man. So
wait, they won the division.
6 victories happened despite trailing with 2 minutes or less.
Yeah,
in the ball game.
Magic. They've been magical. Will they need to be magical on this day, or will it be more of a kind of a bland, systematic win? I don't know.
So both of us are going Chi-Town.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Love could get hot. He's still got a lot of receivers out there, but I just don't think they can turn it around. You can't flip a switch. This isn't the Lakers, back in the day with Shaq and Kobe flipping the switch.
And we talked about it last week, man. Defense wins championships. These defensive are going to show up.
And I'm just hedging. I wouldn't be surprised, though, somehow Jordan Love gets hot because he's got the receivers and we're wrong. But that's fine. I got no problem with those guys. I got no problem with the Packers.
It's the NFL. You never know what could happen.
It seems like a pretty even matchup for 7-2. Yeah.
Sunday morning rolls around and you'll wake up to Bills at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I would circle this as my game to watch, most intriguing game to watch, but I can't because the Bills are in it. So I have to just kind of downplay it a little bit. The level of interest, how competitive it could be, the matchup, and things of that nature. So I'm not going to circle it as my game to watch, obviously. But boy, that looks like a really nice, juicy matchup. Yikes. Does it not? I mean,
I have a rough time with it because I picked beginning of the year the Bills.
Yeah.
But after seeing the last 5 or 6 ball games of the Jaguars, wow, I have flipped over to the Jaguar side of things.
Who can blame you?
I'm thinking that Trevor Lawrence has got it going on this year. He's got everything clicking. Adding Jacoby Myers was a huge piece of the puzzle there. Okay?
Right.
And he really, my feeling is he really wants, this is my time right here, okay? Josh has been there a while.
Yeah.
That Buffalo Bills defense has not shown up a couple of times, especially in the running department. But again, overall, my feeling is the Jags should prevail.
Makes a lot of sense because the Jags also carry a ground game with them that they can use, which just that's tough for Buffalo. Buffalo's great against the pass and terrible against the run.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. That's probably more of like a statistical thing where they're just so great against the pass because they're so so abysmal against the run. And Jacksonville can rush the ball, and they've got the player and personnel to do it. They've got the line to do it. They've got the scheme to do it. Now you have literally the fear of Trevor Lawrence tearing you up and laser focused.
I mean, he's been throwing the ball very, very well.
Yeah, and let's throw this out there too. Jacksonville's defense is quietly not up there when we're talking about those formidable defenses, the Seahawks, the Texans, the Broncos, that you fear them, especially the Seahawks now. The people don't talk about the Jacksonville defense that way. But they've just been clamping on people. Oh, I say all of that, and of course, pick the Buffalo Bills to win this game. Are you kidding me? Nothing less. Never. Josh will rise to the occasion somehow on the road. I don't know what the weather's going to be like down there in Duval County. It's not going to be snowing, most likely.
No.
Yeah, we're not into climate change that much. The climate crisis has not reached us to that degree. But it could be bad. It could be rain. We saw a lot of rain this weekend.
Yeah, we'll find out. That's going to be the unknown factor there, man. 8-game winning streak for Jacksonville.
And not just that, not a lot of good luck in there. A lot of last second little. Oh wow, you got a little fortune on your side to get that. Like an onside kick or some kind of ball bouncing your way. These are solid wins against solid teams.
That's right. Here you go, right there. Yeah. In that vein. Okay, they played
Talk
8
to me,
games.
Brother. Yeah.
Against teams that have qualified for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Texans, they played them twice.
Yeah.
They played. They won 5 of them. The Panthers, Texans, Chargers, Broncos, and 49ers.
Correct. And I would say this. That Broncos game, it's like I look at the season, there's these singular games that change trajectories. It didn't ruin the Broncos trajectory, although they're kind of coming in as a number one, limping in as a number one a little bit. Not health-wise, just kind of, I would just say more from a credibility standpoint.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say I'm gonna pick the seasoned quarterback, the one remaining quarterback that's still in this field with Lamar being knocked out of your elite quarterbacks that aren't playing in the playoffs this year. Josh Allen's the only one, other if you want to count Matt Stafford. He's going to find a way to get it done. The defense is going to show up. The Bills are going to play one of those games. Like, even if they go down 17-0, no problem. It's going to be a fantastic win. The only problem, it's going to be super early in the morning, so all the neighbors around the Hendricks house are going to hear it. They're going to hear it, and if they're not ready for it at that time of morning, too bad. The Bills win. I don't know how. I don't care. We don't even have a kicker right now, meaning the Bills. I heard Prater's out. I don't know what they're going to do.
Nothing about that.
Can you go get a kicker off of a team that's no longer in the tournament? Is it too late? I don't think you can even do that.
Wow.
I don't know what you do. I don't know how they're going to overcome that. I am not picking against the Bills. I don't have to. If you're going to make me pick against them, maybe it'll be next week, because it's not going to be this week. They're going to find a way to slay the Jacksonville Dragon.
Yeah, well, that's where you and I split.
Well, I've
gone against my preseason pick of Buffalo, and I'll go with the Jags. All right, San Francisco. Wow, had everything to play for. They had all you got to do is beat Seattle, man, and
that's all you got to do is just beat Seattle.
We get all the way home. Super Bowl. But man, Seattle said, "You're not running on us. You're not passing on us. We shut you guys down completely, boy." That defense for Seattle is something to be reckoned with, boy.
I saw a graphic. I was literally looking forward to that game Saturday evening. It's like, well, this is going to be exciting. I saw this graphic, and it said Seattle calls its defense the dark side.
Right.
Not the dark side of the mood, or just the dark side.
I thought that was San Francisco at first because they came up with those black uniforms and such, man.
The dark side.
Yeah.
And then they show the defense coming out of the tunnel, and I'm like looking at these guys like, oh, brother. And from the onset of that game, violence.
Man, I hear the word flying around.
Flying around.
And that's them, boy. I'm telling you what.
But flying around, fully targeted, laser focused, not just flying around reckless abandon, but flying around two targets, and when getting there, applying violence. And it looks like you have something, J.E. You finally call a play where it looks like, oh, there's an opening for a screen. There's an opening for a slant. There's an opening for a little, bubble screen or a little delayed handoff. And there's daylight. And within half a second, that daylight becomes darkness, the dark side.
We mentioned it, Cowboys,
I've
right?
never seen anything like it.
Who try to knock
never.
people down, right? But Seattle, to their credit, boy, that you mentioned it.
Harm.
A pass out to the flat. He's looking around, not open. I'll just throw it to the flat over here.
Yeah.
Boom. It's not one of those.
You're checked down.
Hey, I'm going to make a spin move and get another. No, they come in and they tackle. They grab them and bringing them down to the ground. If
you have the audacity to try to spin out of that first tackle and not just take your medicine, you're going to take a bigger hit from the next guy coming. There is no room. There's no breathing room. And what they said was, meaning the Seattle defense, is, we will take your spirit. You will be asked to be getting helped up by your teammates on every down, and you're not going to want to get up. That's the attitude they're playing with. They're carrying that team, and God bless Sam Darnold. He just played a game management game. He had one bad fumble that the 49ers were not able to pick up. That cost them in that game. Now, we're not going to talk too much history. And then they also had the turnover when just trying to make that game interesting. McCaffrey can just take it in the end zone, bumbles it in the air, gets picked off by the Seahawks. I mean, opportunistic
I thought that
defense.
Was a turning point right there, boy.
3 points for the Niners.
Yeah.
3 points. If the dark side Seattle defense can hold the Niners to 3, boy, I tell you.
3? Can you believe that?
I'm going to then now fast forward into what we're talking about, which now I have circled as my game of the weekend to watch, the Eagles versus San Francisco 49ers. I'm thinking that to some degree the Eagles can replicate that defensive effort, perhaps not to that level of violence, but they've got the players, the scheme, and the experience to play that kind of clamp down defense where you need to take every opportunity. Those few opportunities you have for chunk plays, you cannot miss them, and you cannot turn the ball over a single time.
I don't think this bodes well for San Francisco at all.
Yeah.
I think Philadelphia, in a big way, that defense is going to really, if they can only get 3 against Seattle, they're in dire straits against Philadelphia.
Kyle Shanahan, before that game, reluctantly acknowledged that they needed to beat the Seahawks for them to have a real chance to be threats. He didn't exactly say that, but he
said
paraphrased
we have to win this game
This
first.
is our pathway.
Yeah.
This is our pathway, because not only is it home field throughout, Super Bowl in Santa Clara, forget all that stuff that Tampa Bay managed to do a couple years back with Brady. Forget all of that. They needed to show they could win a big game against a tough team, and they couldn't.
Couldn't do it.
So I'm taking the Eagles. As much as I love San Fran and wanting San Fran to beat the Seahawks because I don't like Seattle, I just think the Eagles can kind of do what Seattle was able to do against San Francisco, especially at home. The Eagles being at home, being the division winners.
Right.
And I think they'll be able to muster enough offense that they've been kind of holding back on against a really beat up San Francisco team. And San Francisco is not getting back Trent Williams on the line, which really affected them too. And they need McCaffrey to be all world to have a chance. Harder to do when you don't have one of the greatest linemen.
He did not have any holes to run through against Seattle.
God bless him for still being alive to play this game. So I'm taking the Eagles in this one.
3 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Chargers against New England Patriots. I think this is the easiest of the three. I don't think LAC has got a chance, a snowball chance in the cold confines of the Northeast there.
Yeah, too many injuries.
Way too many. He's gotten beat up the last 4 ball games, okay? I'm talking of Justin Herbert there, boy, and it's not going to end.
I almost said Phillip Rivers in reference to the Chargers quarterback because it's kind of what, no offense, but he's looking kind of old. God bless that man for taking it like a, that guy, macho.
Ribs, I think, his hand, not to mention concussion. I
was going to say there's head injuries you can't see and probably back injuries that you can only see with an MRI. But the offensive line being so compromised, the defense being hurt, you can't really count on a run game. And one thing we know about New England is they've had the easiest opponents record of all time. But that team is buttoned down. They know how to play a clean game. They know what they're up against. They have the home field. They know how to play in weather. They've got 2 backs that can run the ball. I believe Henderson's healthy. If he's not, they still have Stevenson.
Yep.
I don't expect Drake May to come into this game and the lights are too bright for him. I don't expect that. He's been playing so well with what limited receivers they've had. He's been making them look great.
They got some off the field issues, right?
I didn't want to go into that, but you're right, and it's kind of weird. And
do they affect the team, right? When they have to sit there at the press conference, media day, and have to be asked these questions and have to answer, hey, I'm here to play a football game. Why are you asking me all these questions?
Well, first of all, I hope they're not true in the sense that I don't want to call people, liars that are making claims, but because these accusations are serious. I hope they're not true. Both players that are, quote-unquote, affected are playing in this game. I don't think it'll affect their play. I just think there's too much there for New England and not enough there for the Chargers.
So we're both going with New England as
another home victory.
All right, and then Monday, the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Surprise team in my estimation at Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, this is one where it's flipping the record there. Houston at Pittsburgh. I'm going with Houston.
Sure.
Defense, defense, defense.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's quote-unquote lucky to be there. Bad kicking. Tough game against the Ravens. The Ravens showed up. Houston had the season that the Ravens were supposed to have where, again, bad start, 1-5. I think the Houston was really down there too, right? But just hang on. Our quarterback's coming back. We're going to go into a lighter schedule, except Houston didn't go into a lighter schedule. They went to a harder schedule and started beating everybody with their defense and quality offensive play. And then where does Pittsburgh struggle with Aaron Rodgers? Against a tough pass rush. We know what Houston can do.
He's
with
getting ready
Al-Shaair,
to see
with Anderson, with Daniil Hunter, with the blitzing.
Yep. I think you're going to see him do a lot like he did in this previous ball game where not even a huddle, right? Up at the line of scrimmage, trying to keep the same defensive linemen on there so that they don't have time to switch in and out kind of thing.
Against the Ravens that got the Steelers this home game, right? The Steelers weren't doing much until Kyle Hamilton went out.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, big time.
Really opened things up.
Less blitzing.
Less everything because Kyle Hamilton, again, they talked about it when they brought in Alohi Gilman, local boy. Not from Hilo, but Hawaii boy. When the Ravens brought in Alohi Gilman, that opened up the field. They could put Hamilton everywhere. He could do just play from every position in the backfield.
Concussion he went out with.
Yeah. And then that really opened up the offense for the Steelers. So I think that helped the Steelers make it a game and come back in the game, take the lead, and eventually win on a short kick that was terrible.
God
God, the kicker's position is the loneliest position in the world. God bless you,
Terrible,
kickers
man.
out there that put yourself on the line. When you make it, you were supposed to make it. And you
Yeah.
get a couple pats on the helmet.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody buys you a beer later. But when you miss it, you're the GOAT. And we're not talking Michael
Jeez,
Jordan
man.
GOAT. You're the scapegoat.
Both these
it's all your
kickers-
fault. It was
He's-
all in your hands.
He's never missed an extra point in 44 tries.
the kicker's jinx. They put it on themselves. So,
Oh, he's perfect from inside 60.
I mean, as long as Houston's defense stays healthy, I can't imagine. I can't see a way, even with Metcalf back, that the
Okay,
Steelers are able to
that
keep up
was
with them.
mine. After saying all that,
Yeah.
with Aaron Rodgers, okay, the expertise that he lends to your team, right? The knowledge.
He can still throw it,
Yeah.
man. Boy, he can still
and
throw
he's
it.
got Metcalf there who was out for 2 games and
Correct.
really wants to show
Good point.
you needed me.
You survived
I
without
can make
me.
a difference.
Barely. Yeah. Who's the happiest person in the world that,
Yeah,
that
DK.
Tyler Loop missed that kick or whatever, Mr. Loop, whatever his name
Give
is.
me a chance,
Yeah,
man.
because that would have been on DK too if the Steelers didn't make
Wow.
it. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe it'll be a closer game than we're thinking because I don't think you think it's going to be a close game.
I'm still going to go with Houston, even though DK coming back.
It's interesting.
Gosh, it's hard to go against Aaron Rodgers.
Now, wild card weekend, they call it that. It's exciting. You want to pick one of these games. You want to be a contrarian and say, yeah.
Then I'm
it's
going
too-
with Aaron.
You are?
I'm going to go with Aaron.
Sure,
man.
why not? Have fun, right? Have fun. Have fun. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You know what? Me too. Me too. Aaron, if you're watching, I know you are. In between ayahuasca episodes, we're going with you. We're going with you. This is not a retirement year. No way. This is a big year that's going to bolster your years coming forward. This is just, are you going to be doing it with the Steelers again next year or not? We don't know. It depends on how far you go. They're going to beat the Texans? No, they're not, J.E. Come on.
Only thing I got is
What?
Aaron Rodgers, man.
And DK coming back at home.
Yeah. Gosh.
That defense.
That's going to be a good one to watch.
It could be weather related. I just don't know if they're able to run the ball against the Texans, or even if Aaron Rodgers can stay upright against that line and those blitzes. And
He'll be getting rid of that ball 1,000, 2,000. The ball's out.
so I'm not going to say that my Bills beating the Jaguars is my crazy one wild pick. That's going to happen. So that's not it. This is going to be my crazy one wild pick. I'm going to take Rodgers and the Steelers,
That's me.
taking out the Texans.
Only because I don't like Houston. There you go. Yeah.
So they're your Seattle.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. It's all out now. Our biases are out in the open. Nothing to hide from now.
Hey, by the way, some late news here, okay?
What you got?
It's already
Firings.
happening, yeah.
Black Monday.
Carroll gone, Stefanski from the
Yeah, funny. Interesting.
Browns gone. Let's see who else. Morris from Atlanta
Raheem Morris.
gone.
Won their last 4 games.
Yeah. And
Got
then,
the Panthers in. You're out.
who else is there? Was
Hey,
there
maybe they
one more?
fire Raheem Morris for getting the Panthers in. It's your fault. I don't know what he was supposed to do. Was he supposed to lose to the Saints? Then they would have kept him. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey,
but-
there's guys on the hot seat. We don't know about Mike McDaniel.
Gannon, he's gone
Gannon,
from Arizona.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll. But, and then we don't know about Mike McDaniel. Looks pretty good for him right now, though. I don't know how that's crazy, but Mike McDaniel, we don't know. We don't know.
Oh, Harbaugh.
What do you think about that? That'd be crazy.
16 years since they been.
He's only not been in the playoffs twice.
But it would have been the same conversation
Mike Tomlin.
if Mike Tomlin would have lost.
You're darn tootin' it would have been. Yeah, but he didn't
So,
because Mike Tomlin blocked the kick.
please miss it, please
Did you see? So after the game and they win, and Mike Tomlin goes like this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're picking the team that got lucky to beat a team that hasn't lost since November. Football's great. It's fun. That's why we do this show.
Well,
we love
there
it.
you
We
go,
love it. We
man.
love it. The insanity.
Looking forward to the weekend and then coming back to do the show. We get to talk about it and have all that kind of fun. All right, Coulda, Shoulda, What episode
Yeah.
number 78. My
Yeah.
name is J.E. Orozco.
John Hendricks, looking forward to Wild Card Weekend.
Bidding you a fond aloha.
Ahoy-ho!